near that order block. Let's see if it respects it or if it's going to stop us out. If it stops us out, I will accept it. It will suck a little bit. It'll sting a little bit because we would have gotten over $300 in profit, but that's part of the game. We're at current prices right now. We're up 250. Would have been almost at 50,880 around there with if I had taken profits around here. But I am pretty confident in that bearish trade. I do think price will want to continue lower. Maybe this is just to make people FOMO into the buys to build more sell side liquidity to take here. Like I said, we're gonna have to wait and see. I could be wrong. The market can do anything. But ideally, we hold near this level here and push lower if we are right on bias. My stop loss is above this inverse fair value gap. I would like to see price hold below it and obviously respect this order block to push price lower from here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. So far, the price action hasn't been too bad. It does look like maybe it does want to hold at these prices here. And what I'll do is delete that, honestly, because there's no need for us to have this here. It's not really contributing to anything. It was just that inefficiency that I was outlining here that we had for price to come lower into that and sell off. So let's see what happens here.
Wow. So I have people that really say doing this live. Yep. This retail garbage. This retail garbage. So I've moved the stop lower, like I said, taken a partial below the low.
I get stopped here, guys.
And we're back down into where I told you the area would be problematic. There. So I want to post.
Should just taking my profits here. Been happy.
What I've just done here. So
that was a beautiful trade that we caught.
I'm conflicted because I know as soon as I start the process, this could go down here and hit the target, and then I won't have any video. So
let's see, guys. I don't like how it's looking. We might get stopped here. If we do, I'm just closing the charts and calling it a day. We got a beautiful trade today, guys. I wish I had 3 contracts so we could have just taken another partial here, but we'll work up to it. We will work up to it. I honestly want to see price start rejecting here if they are to leave those prices higher here. I don't know. Looking good so far. I like that we're rejecting here. A good sign. Let's see though. And the reason for me being bearish for the people that haven't watched the previous videos I posted, Monday's highs are here. We took them. We took Monday's highs. and we sold off, and then Wednesday we came pretty much near Monday's highs again to manipulate. Um, and then sold off again near 50% of this daily imbalance. So this probably is not a good sign. Let's see. Let me shift the stop loss from here. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Might get stopped here. Did not expect price to retrace higher so quickly from here after tapping this level, but it did happen. I think I'm going to set a rule for myself for us to take profits around 11 a.m. for us to not have to endure this retracement because it's such a pain in the butt to have to see all those profits be erased, especially if you get stopped out. Um, I do like how price is tapped at 75% and seems to be rejecting from it now. But now it all depends on how price trades here. I would like to be a fast push lower because a lot of people were buying after seeing this here. So we're going to have to see how the market reacts. But ideally, price rushes lower from here. If we are right, if not, it'll rush higher, stop us out. Though I do want to see this level be untapped. As you guys can see, we just came right above these highs here and started rejecting. So I think that's a pretty good sign. Uh, Ideally, I want to see that candle just melt lower, take these lows right there. We did find support pretty quickly inside of this daily level. It is a bullish daily level, so it's possible that it wants to go higher, but it just looks bearish to me. I also think that maybe they'll want to like fill it all the way. Though if it is very bullish, then ICT says that it would not want to get past 50%. But we're going to have to wait and see what the outcome is of this trade. We are obviously, doing things in hindsight. And we do have this huge major gap from May 9th to the May 12th from when the market opened that previous weeks, which it could be, wanting to take price down there to fill that inefficiency. So we will wait and see. As you guys can see, we're still kind of inside of that breaker block. We kind of created another breaker block here. Um, let's see how price reacts to this area right there. I'll even shift the stop loss here like that. That's the breaker. We want to see respect of this breaker's 50%, I believe. If we are to even go lower, which is right around there. So let's see, guys. Will we get another chance for these lower prices here? And at this point, with everything, I don't know if I would just take my profits at this low, which would kind of like suck a little bit because we had to endure all this buy side to then take profits at the same level. So it kind of sucks if that, if we were to do that. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to give it to us. It's been very, very uh, building that buy side liquidity there. I don't know if I'm targeting too much for us to target that current daily low. Uh, we could just be suffering, mental exhaustion from holding on to this trade for so long. Um, I do think that we need to have a rule to take profits at 11 a.m., I believe. Um, Either way, we will be in profits for today. So I'm content with our trade ideas. The way we executed it today I think it was great. To recap the trades that we took today. So when the market was selling off, I missed the sell off. I wanted to, but I had literally just gotten on the charts as soon as this move had happened. So we didn't enter out of fear of it being FOMO. But as you guys can see, price traded lower beautifully. And then I did want to enter here at the first tap, but we also missed that because of the fact that it was around 8 a.m. and I take my sisters to the bus stop. So when I saw price coming back over here, I kind of, FOMOed into a trade, entered two contracts, and got stopped out here. Um, and then once I saw price trading higher, we entered at above the bearish fair value gap as soon as I saw price close above it. And then we took profits at the highs over here, which was that area that we had the bullish fair value gap turned inverse here, which was a beautiful idea to take profits here because as you guys can see, price did in fact trade lower after that. And then we sold here once we saw price closing. I was using the 5 minute and it looked like the three candles, so we had like a bullet pattern. And then we got stopped out here at break even. A little bit of a loss actually because I was up $17 after taking this loss. We made our money back in this trade. And then we got stopped out like lost $10 in this trade here. And then we sold again here, but I shifted my stop loss like immediately, like right here, um, which made us miss this bulk of the trade here, but that's okay. It was a choppy trade anyway. And then price went higher. We ended up missing that buy because we had 9:45 flash PMI news, and I did not want to trade within that. As you guys can see, look at how ugly it was. And price traded higher. And then I was expecting price to come lower near the 50% to possibly continue higher. But I was like, you know what? I have this bias that price is going to go lower because of how these candles look. We have been bearish. We kind of tapped inside of this daily level. So I was like, I'm just going to enter here because we got a nice pattern and we respected this bullish turned inverse level very nicely. So I entered 21 294.25, and then as soon as price took these lows, I had my TP a little lower, but I was like, I'm going to shift it a little higher, take profit here. That gave us around $138 in profit, which was great. And then we had this kind of consolidation area because price didn't know where to go. I was looking to buy here, but because of how well the sell-off was going and how I was feeling about the higher time frames, I just stuck with my trade. And I wanted to see if price was going to hold inside of this inverse for value gap because it was a bullish level that was traded through. So once we tapped into it, it should have been an inverse for value gap, so it should be bearish. As you guys can see, we traded it twice, created double tops, and then respected this breaker block, traded lower to the 9:33 a.m. first presented for value gap the ICT pointed out. And then, of course, price rallied super quickly to the 705 OTE level, maybe to stop out anyone that was in profits in this trade, and incentivize people to buy and FOMO into buys. So now that that is happening, we got a nice reaction from here. I do think we can shift our stop loss lower. I don't see why price would want to come higher anymore, you know. Um, and I want to obviously also capitalize a little bit on the profits that we have. This would be $131, 131 points. So that would be around $65 in profit, which is not that great, but not bad either. Profit if stopped out. Okay. One. I want to put a little emoji. So I don't know, guys. We could get stopped out here. Once again, making an inverse head and shoulders at this area here after tapping this zone. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't want price to go above those highs, so I shifted my stop loss. If we get stopped out, we'll probably be at like $200 profit, which I will accept because at my job I don't make more than $200 a day anyways. So this is great, me making money, from being on the charts. So we'll see what happens here. Ideally, I really do not want to see price trade above this 50% anymore. I'll keep my stop loss where it's at. I don't see the point of them retracing higher. We do have a lot of buy side liquidity from these levels. So at this point, I am feeling a little defeated. I do think maybe we were wrong and it's not going to go all the way down there. And price wants to um, trade higher. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens here. As you guys can see, we traded right under the previous Thursday's bullish candle, just right below it over here. As you guys can see on the right hand side, where I'm touching the left hand side, but you can see here that cross arrow come in contact with it, and we might get stopped out here 1,000% at this point. There's like no way that it's not gonna stop us out. And if it does, we're done for today. That's fine. I'm not gonna cry about it. Let me just log out of here so that we can open one more tab. Okay, stopped out. I will have to turn off the buy side I have over here.